In the house of the remote savanna village of Nyamedua, there lived a young woman named Adwoa, whose beauty was the stuff of legends. Her skin was as smooth as ebony, her eyes gleamed like the darkest onyx, and her hair flowered like the rich, fertile soil of the land. She was the desire of every man in the village and the envy of every woman. Yet, beneath her flawless exterior, Adwoa harbored a terrifying secret, a curse that had been placed upon her as a child, condemning her to transform into a serpent with each passing night. Adwoa had lived her entire life under the heavy weight of this curse, concealing her true nature from everyone around her. Using powerful charms and ancient rituals taught to her by her mother, Adwoa managed to keep her secret hidden, even as her reputation as the most desirable woman in the village grew. Her charms were not only physical but also magical, allowing her to manipulate the minds of those around her, ensuring that no one would ever suspect the truth. One fateful day, Kofi, the son of the village chief and a warrior of great renown, laid eyes on Adwoa and was immediately captivated. His heart, once hardened by the battles he had fought, melted at the sight of her. Kofi was determined to make Adwoa his wife, seeing in her the perfect partner to share his life and his future reign over the village. The village celebrated their engagement with great fervor. The women sang songs of love and devotion, while the men danced around the sacred fires, honoring the union of two souls destined for greatness. Yet, Adwoa's heart was filled with dread. She knew that her wedding night would reveal the darkest secrets, and she feared the consequences. As the wedding day approached, Adwoa's anxiety grew. She could feel the curse tighten around her like a voice, threatening to expose her true form. The day of the wedding arrived, and the village was alive with celebration. Adwoa, draped in finest kente clothes, adorned with gold and beads, was a picture of perfection, but inside she was a storm of fear and sorrow. As night fell, the time came for Adwoa and Kofi to retire to their marital hut. The villagers continued to celebrate outside, unaware of the nightmare about to unfold. Kofi, eager to begin his life with his beautiful bride, approached her with a tenderness that melted Adwoa's resolve. But as he reached out to touch her, the curse took hold. Before Kofi's eyes, Adwoa began to convulse, her body twisting and contorting in unnatural ways. Her skin darkened, becoming scaly, her eyes turned into slits, and her once beautiful hair turned into a breathing mass of serpentine curls. Kofi stumbled back in horror as Adwoa transformed into a massive, terrifying snake, her true form revealed at last. He screamed, his voice echoing through the night, calling the villagers to the hut. The elders, who had long suspected that something was amiss, rushed in with their sacred herbs and ancient chants, hoping to contain the evil they now faced. The villagers gathered outside the hut, fear gripping their hearts as they heard the hissing and thrashing within. The elders began their ritual, their voices rising a powerful chant and filled with air with an eerie, otherworldly energy. Adwoa, shaped in her serpent form, slithered towards Kofi, her eyes pleading for mercy. She could not speak, but her gaze conveyed the depth of her sorrow and desperation. Kofi, despite his terror, saw the pain in Adwoa's eyes and realized that she was still the woman he had fallen in love with. His heart battled with his mind as he struggled to reconcile the monster before him with the woman he had vowed to cherish. The elders warned him that if the curse was not broken by midnight, Adwoa would be lost forever, condemned to live as a snake for the rest of her days. In a moment of profound bravery, Kofi stepped forward, defying the elders' warnings. He reached out to Adwoa, placing his hand gently on her scaly head, and vowed to help her no matter the cost. His love for her was stronger than his fear, and he believed that together they could break the curse. The elders, moved by Kofi's courage and unwavering love, decided to offer a final chance to save Adwoa. They revealed that the curse could only be broken if Adwoa made the ultimate sacrifice, her beauty. She would have to give up the one thing that had defined her life, the very thing that had attracted Kofi to her in the first place. With tears streaming from her serpentine eyes, Adwoa nodded in agreement. The elders began the ritual, calling upon the ancient spirits to lift the curse. As the midnight hour approached, the hearts fell with a blinding light and Adwoa's body began to change once more. The scales fell away and her human form returned. But when the lights faded, her beauty was gone. Her once perfect face was now scarred and withered, her hair thin and lifeless. The villagers gasped in shock, but Kofi saw beyond her outward appearance. He embraced Adwoa, his love unwavering, and declared to the village that he would stand by her no matter what. The elders pronounced the curse broken and the village rejoiced, not for the return of Adwoa's beauty, but for the triumph of love over darkness. Adwoa and Kofi lived together in peace, their bond stronger than ever. The villagers who had once admired Adwoa for her physical beauty now revered her for her courage and the strength of her heart. Adwoa's story became a legend, a tale of love, sacrifice, and redemption that will be told for generations to come. Don't forget to subscribe to Tales from Anonymous. Comment, like, and share.